What is going on, everybody? We're back. I want to say first off a thank you to Justin. Justin and I have been I've been reacting to everything on going on in SDCC San Diego. I've been sending it to Justin. Justin's been throwing it up online as fast as I've been throwing them to him. So, Justin, thanks for the assist, man. And I'm loving the feedback on TikTok. Like the TikTok love that's coming our way in the comments and stuff has been fantastic. So I reacted to the Superman and Lois season 4 trailer, and I've only seen the first 4 episodes of the first season. I don't know why I stopped watching. I just stopped watching. But after watching the season 4 trailer, I'm like, maybe I should watch this show. So I posted it on TikTok, and I'm getting a flood of like DMs and messages saying, "Yeah, you should watch it." They keep telling me it's the best Superman show. So
obviously Lois and Clark is the best Superman show. Like, let's not get it twisted.
My Adventures with Superman.
Oh, yeah. I think they were referring to live action. My Adventures with Superman is definitely the best.
I agree. Well, I mean, I don't know. Like maybe like if you rewatch the Adventures of Superman, like the cartoon that was like the kind of that was good running alongside Batman back in the day. Does it hold up?
It's all right. I mean, the animation's old, but it still works, I think.
But no, My Adventures with Superman, I fully enjoy. Like, and again, like I'm not a Superman fan. I love to hate on Superman. So like when he's got something good, it's so like begrudging to me because I'm just like, go! I don't want to like you when I do.
You guys are not here to talk to hear us talk about Superman. First off, Max, show off your shoes that you just got.
Before
we jump into this,
I shouldn't be wearing them because it's like really hard to show. But I got new high tops. They are inspired by Initial D. So they got the tofu store name on here. But yeah, like my wife got them for my birthday, and I freaking love them. They are super dope. They got the Velcro. I'm into high tops now. It happened.
Well, congratulations.
Yeah. Are they special occasion shoes? You know what I mean? Like, are they like?
I'm gonna try to keep them clean. I'm not gonna wear them too much. I got another pair of high tops that I kind of wear around. But I do need to get like a lot. I need to get like 4 or 5 more pairs.
Oh, here it goes.
Well, no,
you're instinctively making closet space and you don't even know it yet.
Just for the color schemes, because like I want my fit to look right.
Listen, we can justify a lot of things, Max. This is good. I'm glad. Another fandom. I'm in.
Yeah, and I think I'm gonna buy like a pair of white on white Air Forces and have somebody like paint some anime on them.
That's cool.
What's up, Corey? Wilkie's Movies and Music, guys. Go subscribe. Justin, John, and I are going to be on the show in August. So go say, hey, thank you. I don't know what we did that was well done, but thank you so much.
We'll take it.
So, guys, we're here to talk about... We are here to talk about Deadpool and Wolverine. And I'm going to let Max go first because in the theater, we had a theater that got into it, cheered, and so forth, but I think 4 theaters down, people could hear Max's reactions because we're not doing spoilers at the beginning, but there's this moment in the movie where Max is like, "Yeah!" The whole theater heard him. So, Max, what do you think?
Not spoilers. The movie is a lot of fun. I mean, it is keeping right along in line with Deadpool movies. It's just Ryan Reynolds going 100 miles a minute, and everyone else is just trying to keep up. Yeah, it's just a lot of fun. It's got a little more heart than I expected, I had a really, really good time.
It's funny is one of the complaints I've heard about this movie is fan service, and I was telling Max this prior to us going to the movie. The first Deadpool was fan service. It literally was made because fans wanted it from a leaked footage that Ryan Reynolds probably had something to do with. Like,
he definitely had something to do with it.
This franchise is built on fan service, so. But yeah, dude.
And the fans were like, I was serviced multiple times. Like, I left very satisfied.
Yeah, it doesn't really set up anything in the MCU, at least as far as the future goes. I mean, there's a few hints. I think there's one thing
it
that's
sets up
kind of
something. Yeah, no, it sets up something huge.
huge. We'll get into that in the spoiler side. But Justin, what do you think?
No, I really loved it. I mean, it's right up there with my favorite movie of the year, I think, in terms of just, I appreciate the comedy. I appreciate the fourth wall breaks and the callbacks that I mean, spoiler side of it, we can talk about it in depth, but like, I appreciated all of that. Usually I'm one to poo-poo like remember berries, but like I think they did that well with this because they were on the nose with it. I think it's just good. It was fun.
Nice swan song for Fox is kind of a lot of what this was for me. But Mike, what do you think?
Take a wild guess.
It's a movie, and it's
a movie.
Okay.
It is a movie that I'm sure millions of other people are going to enjoy way more than me. It felt like homework to me watching this movie. Overall, there's things to like. I think Jackman's putting in the work. I really do like this return to Wolverine, even though I was like, oh, I was hoping he wouldn't look tired. He doesn't look tired. He is invested, and he's the best part of the movie, in my opinion. What else is there to like? That one cameo that was ruined for us in the last trailer, it works. I like that character being there for that particular moment, and I wish they'd given Emma Corrin and Matthew McFadyen more to do. I'm over this version of Deadpool. I'm over Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool. I don't mind Deadpool as a character. It depends on who's writing him. I am over this always smirking at the camera with a shit-eating grin meta awareness crap that Ryan Reynolds does in this role. Not just in this role, but like in all his movies at this point. Like you were saying last week, Jason, I want him to do other things that actually challenge him, that aren't as marketable. So, what's that?
I said I was saying that. That was Matt.
Oh, that was you?
We both said it, yeah.
I think you were all saying, but yeah, I'm kind of over that, and this is what all that movie was, which, you know, works for the majority of people. It doesn't work for me. The movie was fine. I was able to watch it and enjoy parts of it. The cameos didn't do anything for me. Even I was thinking like what a regular audience member who doesn't know how movies work would be like. Who's that guy that I should know from 1998? Who's that person I should know from the mid-2000s, apparently? Who's that guy who never even got his project off the ground?
Right.
What? Why is he even here? But okay, fine. It's silly. It's silly. It's dumb. And like Max says, there's a modicum of heart to it, so I'm sure everyone will like it. I'm sure it'll make all the millions of dollars, and I'm sure the quality will stay just this high. It's not like they'll go back into a slump or anything. It's not like they made fun of the fact that a Blade movie's not happening in this movie. So, spoilers there, perhaps.
Yeah,
That was pretty funny.
Oh my
Yeah, it's funny that the corporation can poke fun at itself while the creatives are like dying to do some work and get paid for it.
Wait,
Funny, really funny.
Throw this spoilers up there. It wasn't a hint at Deadpool at Blade not happening. Ryan Reynolds looked at the camera like, "Yeah, you're not the only Blade." Like,
Yeah, that's the way I took from it.
Yeah, I took it as like, oh, okay, like this is.
Yeah, you're not the only
We're
Blade.
not getting.
Yeah, surprise, dude.
I took it as
You're
it's
not-
dead.
Yeah, I took it
No.
as they're not making another Blade movie. Like that's where I was. But yeah, no, Wesley Snipes got a cheer from me. I was so excited to see him as Blade. That was great.
Yeah, I didn't mind Snipes coming back. I didn't mind the fact that he's able to say, like, you were a pain in the ass to work with on Trinity, and we both just got to acknowledge it.
I that's one of the things I liked about this is I didn't know that somewhere along the line they actually became friends, Ryan Reynolds and Wesley Snipes. I just remember they Snipes hated Reynolds for a long time.
Do you know that for sure that they're actually friends? Did they?
They've gotten a lot friendlier. Yeah, absolutely.
Because I'm like, they can easily shoot around that they don't have to be on set together.
Right.
And money talks more than sincerity and friendship.
The tax man coming, right?
Yeah.
Like, hey, you throw enough money at me, I can be nice to anybody. Like, you got enough zeros there. Like, sure.
I don't want to overly spoil the movie in case you guys are listening and haven't watched it, but I do want to talk about the cameos. I told Max as we were leaving the theater, it was cool to see Channing Tatum as Gambit for like 5 minutes. I'm glad we never got that movie.
Stuffed him into that suit. Like he is so fit.
Yeah, he's too buff of a dude to be like a swamp rat.
Oh my, like
It's
like
jarring.
he got the full sausage treatment. Like they just like crammed him into that suit as much as they could. It was like I thought he looked bad.
Dude, but it fit Fox's X-Men universe.
That's true.
Which is why it wouldn't have worked. Gambit with that version of Gambit wouldn't have worked, and it was funny.
I gotta say, I rolled my eyes at the whole like, oh, "Fuck you, Fox, I'm going to Disneyland" thing. Where I'm like, Fox wasn't like pigeonholing them. Fox got bought out and is dead because of Disney. Like, it's not some deep dig at Fox anymore, Ryan. It's like the company's dead.
Well, Fox isn't dead because of Disney. There's a reason they wanted to sell. Disney's just the one that had the higher bid. But the opening sequence with them, Ryan Reynolds or Deadpool killing everybody with Wolverine's adamantium skull was amazing.
It was a lot of fun.
The whole thing, he's the whole skeleton. Like there's not a bone that goes to waste. That was awesome. Also, like to Instinct's Bye Bye Bye. That was very interesting. I dug the opening sequence. The cameo that like really surprised me though was freaking Elektra. Yeah,
that took me totally out of it. I was not ready for her at all. I was ready for that Daredevil to be dead. That whole movie, the whole deal.
Somebody asked for that.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
That's funny. That's the cameo you guys didn't expect because that was the only cameo they like pre-announced.
Yeah, that's the one. I think that was one.
I missed it, and I'm happy I missed it. Like that's fine.
No, dude, that's good. I'm glad you did, Max. Because following this SDCC crap, I had the Gambit and the Blade, cameos spoiled. The one cameo I didn't have spoiled was, and guys, we're gonna talk about the cameos. I'm sorry, was Human Torch, Chris Evans.
That was so dope. They're like, oh, you get to meet Cap, and it's freaking from the Fantastic Four. He's the Human Torch. Oh my goodness, I was dying. I was like, this is great. Especially stay till the end. If you're gonna watch the movie, there's a great post-credit scene.
They are never gonna let that man go.
Well, I mean, has he done much outside of he did a couple of things?
He did Ghosted.
Yeah.
Now he did a really good show on Apple TV.
He's an Apple TV guy right now. Ghosted was on Apple TV.
He did Knives Out, right?
Yeah.
That was like
that was
5 years ago.
while I was doing Captain America though.
Yeah, that was like 5 years ago.
In adjacent to, I was talking pre or post. Sorry, post.
I'm sure. Well, he's gonna be coming out. He's in a movie with a Rock about Santa or some shit. I think that's
the Red Claws or something. Yeah.
Speaking of Red, I'm sorry, the action and the color. I'm sorry to poo-poo this because you're all gonna, people love it, but the action and the color palettes in this movie are bad. Like, I hate that it takes a majority of the time in a desert wasteland that looks really uninteresting. Like, there's desert wastelands and Mad Max and stuff, but those are colorful still.
Yeah, they were.
And the action was, it was so bad. Like that final fight with all the multiple Deadpools. I'm just like, CGI puppets. Hugh Jackman's a CGI puppet. Why is this all one long take? You know what this could use? Some close-ups, some cutaways, something a little bit, more engaging than a bunch of CGI puppets running into each other. And I lost track of where Deadpool and Logan even were in the fight because there's way too many fucking Deadpools.
To be fair to the desert scene, you did watch on a computer screen because I got the exact opposite out of the desert scene.
It was really good quality though. Like I the only way I knew I was watching a rip was someone coughed. And at first,
no, I was definitely in the theater.
I was definitely there.
I'm not going to be afraid to say it. I'm not paying to go watch this in the theater, especially with crowds that are annoying. When the movie started and I heard someone singing along to the Marvel theme, I'm like, oh shit! But then I realized, no, that's the actual fucking movie. That's
oh my god, yeah, no, they got me with that one too.
It got me immediately because I'm like, oh cool, it's an annoying person in the theater, but I'm like, oh no, it's just the annoying person up on screen.
Yeah, no, I thought maybe there was some mentally handicapped person in the, I was like, oh, okay, like this is their.
Why would you go there? It could be any old Marvel.
They were singing along with the Marvel theme, like the intro theme. I mean,
yeah, you know how many
I'm not sure why you went there.
You know how many typical Marvel fans would do that anyways? Probably a lot.
It's never happened.
My high school friends did that.
Never happened yet.
There.
I've never been into a theater where someone started with the Marvel theme as it was going on. That is yet to happen.
Well, then you've been spared a cringy.
Yeah, it's definitely a cringy experience for sure.
But yeah, I liked Henry Cavill as Wolverine.
Yeah, that was all right. That was
all 20 seconds of them.
13
Yeah.
seconds. Yeah.
I thought that was a lot of fun, and then seeing short Wolverine, comics accurate Wolverine.
Yes.
Yeah, that cracked me up a lot.
That was
kind of wish it was Danny DeVito.
The Age of Apocalypse costume I thought was pretty cool. I dug the Age of Apocalypse costume where he's got the metal stub.
What was the comic reference for the X where there's a bunch of skulls and he was?
That's a comic book, like X-Men 100 and something from the 80s. I think.
Oh, okay.
I think that's when he first meets Jubilee. Like she's been hiding in like the Reavers or something, like put him up on an X cross and she like rescues him or something, I believe. So
yeah, I like the chemistry between these two guys, and I've been watching all the press stuff with the two of them hosted Kimmel together.
Okay,
the two of them doing
positive
lie detector tests.
I like the Hot Ones episode they did together.
I haven't watched that.
Was that good? I haven't watched
it. It just released this week. I watched it. It's entertaining. It's entertaining to watch Hugh Jackman like in tears a little. So
and like I don't know, was I talking to you guys about this? But like Hugh Jackman, like trying to like cuss and be like this grizzled. Yeah, we were talking about this.
Yep.
Yeah, same deal. Like he's like, oh, fuck this, fuck that. I'm like, come on, Hugh. Like, somebody having a bad day. You know? Like,
also, I didn't realize it until now. Like, I know in the comics, Deadpool is supposedly pansexual, so that gives him leeway to like, be flirty with everybody and things like that. And I just realized when you actually like visualize it and put it into like moving pictures and things like that, it just comes off as a lot of gay jokes because coincidence, Deadpool's love interest in all these movies, it's the same girl over and over. So at no point is it like, hey, why not a serious romance between Deadpool and Colossus or Deadpool and Wolverine? I know why, because it'll upset like the diehard basement dwellers, but like
they can't release it in China.
Yeah, they can't release it in China, so there goes half their
That's
market.
actually probably a good point.
I just realized that too. Like, it's a lot of gay jokes for a character that's supposedly like, I love everyone equally, but a lot of gay jokes and not actual like follow through on the innuendo. And it's a lot of innuendo, man. I'm sorry. I hate to be a downer on this whole thing. Like, I'm over Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, and again, like he's that same guy. It's like dialed up to 11 with the Deadpool.
You either like it or you don't. And like for me, I love the 100 miles an hour jokes that he throws out. Not all of them land, but there's enough in there that not every joke needs to land. The one thing that they kind of put in here, the only thing that I feel like really hints to the future is eventually we know Thor is going to hold Deadpool
and cry. It's going to be a moment.
We know that's coming.
Well, because that's footage from the Dark World. Just
but he was holding Deadpool.
Yeah.
Well, a part of me thinks they were trying to
happen
with the timeline police, like pulling those universes in, like this could be a test case to see if people like the idea of Gambit being that dude. I'm sorry, I forget his name. Yeah, Channing Tatum, or like pulling in the Blade universe. You don't think so at all?
He didn't even have his shot, but it was a nice little like, hey, you finally get to do it, kind of. I think they're going to go a completely different direction when X-Men time comes around.
They are setting up things for the multiverse, Justin. You are right, but the only people from this movie I think they will continue to use is Jackman, Reynolds, and X-23, because those are the three you saw at the end. And then in the Marvels, at the very end, you see Kelsey Grammer's Beast. So they are definitely setting up for Secret Wars, but I don't think we're going to see. We might see Blade again. I mean, it's very possible that Wesley Snipes will come back, but I think more so it's Jackman and Reynolds, and Mike said he thought Jackman was going to phone it in. I guess Jackman is the whole reason this movie happened, because Ryan Reynolds was having writer's block, didn't know what to do for Deadpool 3 now that he was at Disney, and then Hugh called and said, I want to do Wolverine again with you. So Hugh Jackman's the one who got it spearheaded, and Kevin Feige set him down and said, look, man, I don't want to step on Logan. So they kind of talked through that and how this
stepped
movie,
on Logan.
I don't feel like they did.
I feel like they treated Logan very well.
As best as best they could, given they got to be meta aware about Logan. So
they're like, yeah, this one's the good one. Like,
yeah.
It definitely
Logan is the linchpin.
it threw the whole X-Men timeline thing into more whack, because I always assumed Logan was just an alternate future story.
Right.
Yeah,
Like it wasn't where whatever version of the character's running. It was just sort of a side story in another universe or another reality.
9/12.
Yeah, but now apparently that was the end time for that timeline, because once he died, whoops, everything's going to shit.
Whoops.
No, I've always enjoyed the Ryan Reynolds, Hugh Jackman chemistry. I knew that like once they, anything they're going to put on film is going to be worth watching, just because those guys seem very, very cool together. So yeah, I enjoyed it. I wish Mike enjoyed it more, but they didn't make, the movie's not for him, it's just not for him.
Lots more people are going to enjoy it way more than me, and that's totally fine. It's going to make all the money.
Dude, it made $100 million in 12 hours.
Oh, okay, but
that's wild.
Setting this movie up though, because I went to look at movie times, to buy my tickets ahead of time.
Mm-hmm.
On the Thursday, they had showtimes going from 3:00 to freaking midnight.
It's the only Marvel movie this year, so yeah, they want to make sure.
Oh my goodness! I was like, wow, they
made availability.
Trying to get some seats, trying to get some butts in the seats. Oh, it's absurd. It's totally
they definitely wanted to let the audience know with this movie. There's a few things that came through for the future. One, this movie definitely tells the audience, like, look, Marvel realizes we fucked up. We're slowing down. We're going to focus more on quality. And then two, letting the audience know, like, we know the multiverse thing isn't working. Like, we're aware. We're working on it.
I wish they would have made more of a hard end to Marvel Cinematic Universe with this. I wish it would have been a more Deadpool kills the Marvel Cinematic Universe than kind of what we got, just because
he just off screen kills Kang or something. Just listen, this wasn't working. Yeah.
Just have that CG puppet scene that Mike hates. Do that, except it's killing everyone.
The mask on Wolverine looked good.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to think of good things. The mask on Wolverine looked good.
Did you notice he had to down his whole freaking whiskey so he can say that the mask looked good? He's like, oh, here we go. I feel so dirty.
First of all, I'm being healthy tonight. That was just fruit punch.
Oh, okay.
So.
The one thing Mike liked, I hated. I'm like, oh, the mask was awful.
No, I like the mask too. I was a fan of the Wolverine costume. I was like, all right, let's do it. Finally, we can get one.
I guess.
Well, it just made me realize how different. Cartoon version of that looks totally badass. And then the human ones took some getting used to, be like, okay, that's kind of cool, but also kind of cheesy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it's super cheesy. Right? And that's the other thing too. It's hey, the medium that these things are made for, in the cartoon you can have somebody wear a thing like that, but when you actually consider what is involved in making a thing like that,
is this practical?
And also, as much as we want to discount early X-Men movies now, I understand because the director was a scumbag, but also at the time they were made, that mask wouldn't have flown. That was the way to go. They didn't go with the flashy and colorful because people wouldn't buy into flashy and colorful at the time. So it made sense then, and it makes sense now to bring it back because now people are ready for flashy and colorful.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah.
Costumes look great.
Yeah.
Backgrounds could look better. Is all I'm saying.
Fair.
Definitely. No, I agree that the because it's like the wasteland of everything that gets thrown away, and they're very unimaginative with that, and it's like, how do the pyramids make it in, even though like the pyramid, like what universe did they throw away the pyramids from? And
Well, that's all from like the purple fart clouds from Loki, right?
yes.
Okay, that was the thing. Is like I had actively forgotten like what was entailed in that place in Loki.
Yeah.
So I forgot like the rules. Like why is everything here? Why Pyro gets a supporting character credit and the dude does fucking nothing.
He shot what's her face.
Yeah, and then
he almost got a speech. And then
almost.
Did the Mummy have a did Sony have a hand in the Mummy? The Tom Cruise one, because that could be what the pyramid.
Universal. That was the Dark Universe.
Yeah, you're right.
It was supposed to kickstart the Dark Universe.
Terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Terrible.
They tried.
Well, for me, I give this. This is why I like going to the theater. It was a fun time. It's what I miss about Star Wars movies was the active audience participation in a fun way, not in an annoying way. I mean, I'm going to go 4.5 out of 5 because it's everything I wanted in this movie to be.
I can't go 4.5. 3 out of 5. Like definitely worth watching. Fun time, solid, but like, there's like Ryan Reynolds is Ryan Reynolds, the same as he's always been. So like, like there's not anything in this one to like make me be like, you gotta go see this. It's like the greatest ever. I had fun. I had a lot of fun watching it, but like it is it's just like, like Michael say, it's just a movie and it's okay. But I had fun. Man, 3 out of 5. Like, and that's not a bad score. It's better than average.
I just when you said Ryan Reynolds the same as he ever was, I had the talking head stuck in my mind. Same as he ever was.
I'd say 4 out of 5. If you like Deadpool, the 1 and 2, you like this, right? That's all it is. Like, if you want more of the same, you get more of the same, and then some extra on top of it.
Yeah, and I think if you like comic book movies in general, if you were a fan of the X-Men films and the Fox films, like definitely go check this out. It's definitely a farewell to that.
Yeah, it's a love letter to a lot of those the older movies that Sony created, for sure.
I really like that they added that little montage during the credits.
At the end, yeah, me too.
That young Ryan Reynolds talking about how he's always wanted to play Deadpool back in 2008. And it's like, oh, you poor bastard. You're about to lose this role because the movie sucks. And then... But I mean, I'm glad he got
his mouth shut. Yeah.
Despite my kvetching, 2.5 out of 5 for me, right down the middle. There were things to enjoy from time to time. It's just not my thing anymore, and it's the majority of the audience's thing. So I'm sure it's going to do well, anyways. So enjoy it.
Yeah, like me and my sister used to go to every Marvel movie. Didn't matter. So like, I think I'm going to take her to this one, for old time's sake, and it's a good feel. But like, yeah, I'm there kind of with you, where it's just like I'm just over. Like, you don't get points for just being in a comic book universe anymore. Like make a good movie. make a good movie.
I mean, overall, it's not even about make a good movie. It's just not my thing anymore. Like I'm seriously just kind of burnt out on it now.
I'm still a fanboy, so I can kind of tell by our scores where we all are. Because like I'm still a fanboy. I think Justin's more in the middle, and then Max has kind of fizzled out on Marvel. Marvel was the only thing that's still like must watch for me. Like because at the very least, these movies I have fun, and I'm okay with going and having fun with anything. Man, Quantumania wasn't the best movie, but I had fun watching it, and I had a lot of fun watching this.
You haven't seen Madam Web, have you?
I have tactically avoided that movie.
MCU. We'll have fun watching the MCU movie.
Oh my God, Madam Web is garbage.
You gonna be there first thing for Venom: The Last Dance?
Man,
those are guilty pleasures.
I saw the first Venom movie, and then I saw a movie that cost like $40 million less to make and was like 80 times better than the Venom movie. It was the
Upgrade
same
is better. But,
Yeah, Upgrade is a better movie.
Upgrade was so good. Oh my gosh, it was
so good compared to Venom.
But the
and
Venoms are a guilty pleasure. No way a good franchise or anything to like build a universe on. But whatever, Sony, do your thing.
I just want a Spawn movie.
Keep making
Give
these
me a
whether we
Spawn
go
movie.
skim or not.
You have a Spawn movie, Justin, from the 90s.
dude, that Spawn movie's dope.
I do. I just want more. Give me more. Or the animation. I love the animation. Keep going with that. Come on, HBO.
The animated series was dope. I agree.
You'll get to it eventually, Justin.
I mean, that's part of it too. Is like, yeah, new people can enjoy this newer thing, and that's fine. That's also why I'm kind of like, even though I didn't really enjoy the movie, I'm just like, yeah, whatever. It's just because I've got older movies, movies that I actually do like that I can catch up with instead.
But
well, everybody, on our channel right now, you can check out my conversation with Troy Hill. We talked hip hop and movies. Lots of hip hop talk. It was so much fun to talk to.
Oh my
also,
goodness.
I chatted with Charlotte Kirk, and she's got a new movie called Duchess coming out August 9th. She's super cool as well. And then Justin and I have all of these shorts coming out. Marvel's doing their SDCC panel tonight at 9. I plan on reacting to all of it.
I did see the whatever the drone footage they did last night with they made like Galactus out of drones. That was kind of cool.
That's
That was
sweet.
cool.
Yeah.
That was cool looking.
I don't think Marvel's going to announce anything important because Disney has their convention in like 2 months. So I think they're going to save it all for that. But I do think we're going to get like kind of what the future is now because I know they've canceled Eternals 2 and I know they've canceled some other movies.
Yeah.
Oh
Thank
my
God. That is the one MCU movie I hate. I will never watch it again. Ever. It was awful.
I mean, like, I right then was when Marvel stopped doing the Marvel method, and I was like, how is it you guys who are like the ones who are like, don't make the team movie until you introduce each member of the team with their own movie, and then you just make this team movie that's
Here's
awful.
the team movie. Yeah.
That's Max. That's what I was telling you. That's letting the guy who runs the parks in charge of your movie company.
What's up with the giant head coming out of the ocean? Like, no one ever talks about the giant head in the ocean.
From the looks of the trailer, it looks like that new Captain America will talk about the giant head.
Oh, good. Finally, somebody.
Maybe. It looks like some stuff takes place over the ocean, which means that giant head might be out there. I don't know.
It should be. It freaking should be.
I don't care.
Everyone should be talking about that giant head. Yeah. Could you imagine if a giant head was in our ocean? We'd all be talking about it.
But like, what about just the phenomena of having a big giant mass displace all of that water in the ocean? Like no.
Too much shit to do, man.
New Jersey's underwater now. Sorry, Mike.
Too much shit to do.
Not that I would be so sad. I mean, like, other than Mike, I love you. I hope you made it out. But if New Jersey washed away right now, I wouldn't feel too bad about it.
The New Jersey Shore.
Tomorrow, Max and I are interviewing the winner of the Circle, Brandon Baker. I'm super excited for that. And then Monday, I'm going to do 3 Geeks at 8 p.m. to chat everything SDCC. So I'm going to geek out with whoever wants to join me. So everybody, like, comment, subscribe. We will talk to you guys very soon. Have a great day.
Cycle your droids.